Hey everyone from Investing Shortcuts, it's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, with a cryptocurrency coin market update. Let's get started by looking at Big Daddy Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is following Mr. Squiggles pretty well. So we did break out of the pennant. That is exciting, at least I think so. And we're making some nice little moves here and a good trajectory. What's exciting about this is we were able to break through the 100. In fact, we actually broke through it, retested it, and got a little bit of a bounce. So far, I love today's candle that's forming. Nice higher high, nice higher low, good little trajectory. Here's your EMAs. Those look nice. Here's the weeklies. So what we're doing now, I mean, again, you got so many moving averages to battle, right? But at this particular point, I mean, here's the weekly long term. It's a big deal that this increased another 100 points, now at 52.63. So liking the fact that we're getting a little bit of a bounce out of here, and the next target really probably will be the 200 simple on the daily, which is about 78.25. Now, the big question, of course, is will we get a chance to break through that? And that's the part that I'm not entirely sure about, but we will see. Time will tell. And if we trade up into that level and break through it, I mean, 9,000 is certainly a possibility because, again, we're just accumulating. We're in this range which, for a while, will most likely get these ebbs and flows, these waves, peaks and valleys, something that looks like this for a while, most likely. Now, again, the good news, as I've been mentioning for the last few weeks, you can make good money off of those moves, especially on shorter term time frames like the hourly chart, right? Hourly chart, good bouncing off of moving averages, good looking trend. I mean, loved this hammer down here, this hammer right here on the 14th of August. So that was pretty. So yeah, I'm liking what Bitcoin's doing, and that's really exciting news. Also, speaking of exciting news, here's Litecoin. And Litecoin, just a good short-term pop. We talked about this one last week, and also for my subscribers to the Patreon IR4 podcast, we were talking about the breakout and retest of this little red line. Here's the hourly chart, and again, on the hourly time frame, you can see we got a good breakout of that, a good pullback, a good dip buying opportunity. I mean, you're still able to make quick moves off of some of these transactions, even though Litecoin might not be personally my favorite coin by any stretch of the imagination. I do like the fact that we at least broke out of that just gnarly downtrend that we were in, trading sideways, and I think we have another 10% to go up into 74.88, which is just a nice little resistance. And then from there, obviously, that's going to be a pretty strong battle, but we'll see how long Litecoin chops around and hangs out down there. The 100 simple is at 82.15. That appears to me to be a relatively decent target for Litecoin. Here is EOS XBT on Kraken. So if you're buying EOS with your Bitcoin, right now it's at 89.56. And it looks like it's working on forming a potential double bottom. So you got a little bit of a double bottom here. We broke out of the neckline. We're kind of working on retesting a little bit. That's kind of cute. Here's the hourly chart, or sorry, the hourly chart, weekly chart. Here's your exponential moving averages on a weekly. So we are above the 50. And again, if we just hide all the drawings here for a second, almost a full-on bullish engulfing candle. So I mean, that is a good news. That's an exciting event. Still below the moving averages. First time we've really ever interacted with the 50. And the crazy part is, the thing that a lot of people are forgetting is we're still theoretically making higher lows on this. So boom, boom. This is a higher low until it breaks down, obviously. So as I've been mentioning on the last few coin market updates, we have the opportunity to really bounce on a lot of these areas and a lot of these prices. So here's Stellar Lumen. Trading sideways. Here's your long-term moving averages. So you're below those on the daily. But on the weekly, what's exciting about Stellar is, again, you got that 50 we have not interacted with yet. And we have just a good compression, a really nice pennant pattern down here. This one, Stellar, is one of my favorite coins since the Chief Technology Officer, CTO of Stripe, has a lot to do with Stellar. And I'm a big fan of Stripe. So with this pennant pattern, I'm looking for a break in either direction. Very similar to the Bitcoin, charts we posted previously. Trading to those supports, looking for some bounces, could be pretty nice. just one to at least keep your eyes on and keep your eyes peeled out for. But overall, things are looking pretty decent on Stellar. Dash DSH, and we can do Dash US dollar. The good news is one of the biggest volume spikes we've had in a while. So the question is obviously, is this the bottom on Dash? And a lot of people are going to hope so. Doesn't mean that it will be, but that's a good volume spike. One of the biggest volume spikes we've had in a long time. As far as the biggest bullish volume spike, this is the longest we've had since that November run-up. So let's keep our fingers crossed to see if that really is a bounce. And, again, good volume. This is a really cute pennant pattern on Dash. So if you're looking for a nice pop, a potential really low bottom bid, let it close above that 100 because you'll see last time it did not. So let it close above there. Let it get above that 100. Show that it wants, so the buyers are a little serious. And once it gets a pop above there and kind of runs up maybe even to the 200 simple, still could be a decent and relatively kind buying opportunity on Dash. Make something that could make for some quick gainages. We can look at Monero XMR. Here's Monero US dollar. This one did close above the 100 already. And yeah, we're getting back up to some of these July and June highs. Again, volume looks good. I really like this high wave candle that we closed above on Monero. Here's the weekly. And again, pretty decent volume spike at a good location. I'm happy it's happening. So yeah, the big takeaway is this the bounce, right? That's what I entitled last week's review. And I kind of think that it's if it's going to happen at any point on any coins, this is where it needs to. And the stronger ones you'll see will start to bounce and at least make some higher highs and higher lows and won't make lower lows, kind of like Bitcoin's doing. The other weaker ones, like Litecoin and maybe even Ethereum, will continue to make these lower lows. Kind of shocking and a little disappointing that that Ethereum is still just, I would argue, struggling. Again, if you're looking at the long-term moving averages, 100 Ethereum on a nice, pretty much just a down streak tear. Nothing stopping this one, not making higher highs or higher lows. So Dashes, even Stellar, EOS, Ethereum, not so much. So here is EOS. We looked at the Bitcoin version. Here is the US dollar. And here's the weekly. So again, you're trading to a good level of support. So that's the big takeaway. And today is Tuesday, so you're getting the free review today. Very small candle, easily able to pop out of here in any direction on EOS. And yeah, kind of interesting to see what happens. But yeah, folks, I'm definitely watching for some areas down here, picking up some coins longer term, seeing where we go, seeing where we're at. Exciting stuff, my friends. Thanks so much for tuning in. You all rock. And until next time, love, live, learn. I'll catch you later. Bye.